see if it pops up in the Discord this time. Maybe, maybe not. What is going on with this thing lately? How's it going, all my gnarly ones? It's Gator Mike back with you for a little bit of Cup Series action here in the North American eRacing League. And tonight, the Cup Series is going to end our road course week here in the NARL by heading to Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. We saw a pretty good race out of the trucks on Tuesday night, which the final stage was, wild. uh, Followed by the Xfinity Series last night at Mid-Ohio, where the final stage was wild. So, what do these Cup guys have in store for us? Strategy may come in play here tonight, and could be an interesting one. But we've got the return of Max Boost, and he is instantly going to be inserted as the favorite in this field. So I'm going to lead that into my partner tonight in the booth, Mr. Williams. How's it going? And is there anybody that could beat Max tonight?
It's going well, Gator. It's actually a beautiful day in northeastern North Carolina. Weather was gorgeous, but ready to tune in tonight. And I think if anybody's going to give Max Boost a shot here, I think Big Jim's pretty solid. We've seen actually the Ghost ran a couple hot laps there in the warm-up. Sharp as a road course ringer. Keep your eye on him. But we're back to Max is back. Who can knock off Max? So we'll figure it out as we all tune in and see.
Absolutely. It's going to be a dandy tonight. Can't see what these guys have in store for us for their first road course race this season. We've had some pretty good races here, but a string of them, but none better than maybe what we saw last week. We saw an absolute stunner go down at Dover International Speedway with Plumdee's Pipes picking up his first career NARL Cup Series win. He used strategy to do it, Williams. I know strategy is going to come into play tonight. I know Max is the favorite, but you think we might see another surprise?
It depends, the cautions, at Dover, the caution felt perfect for Plum to be able to stretch that fuel there in, stage 3. So, for the fuel to work out, tires, whatever the case may be here, we're going to have to get that perfect caution in stage 3. Maybe stage 1, we might see some strategy. But as we were talking before we got on the broadcast, you could still save fuel and still get beat by them guys who pit. So, you got to be able to maintain your pace and save fuel, which I don't know. Last night in the Xfinity race, we've seen, a lot of guys were able to save and maintain a pretty healthy pace, as always. Joker and them guys did. Swamp was able to do it, but he didn't have the pace, to score stage points in stage 1 and stage 2. So it all depends on, if you can maintain that pace, how you're saving, if you're running a clutch. These wheel guys running these clutches, man, it's pretty clutch. So we'll see how it goes. But for stage 3, for someone to steal a win here, it's going to have to, that caution in stage 3 is going to fall perfectly for these guys.
Yep, that strategy for saving is definitely going to favor anybody with a wheel and a clutch tonight. But for some of these guys, they drop their pace so much just to save to be able to make it the whole stage. Pitting and just running flat out the whole stage could still be, could work out to be a winning strategy, at least in terms of the stage. It may equal itself out, but we'll find out when this race starts. Currently, they're in qualifying right now. Max Boost was the fastest in warm-ups, followed by Big Jim, so those two are probably the favorites coming into tonight. Sharp might have something to say as well as the Ghost, but we've got a really good field of 15 drivers tonight here at Mid-Ohio, so I am excited for this. As Ballstick looks like he just woke up from a nap.
Rip.
Yeah.
Pulled a little jaggy on him.
Yeah, they were tagging him, wondering where he was at, and right now he looks like he just now woke up. So he's got time.
Yeah, he's not as bad as Jackie. I guess Jackie slept all the way through the Xfinity race that year. So, But
He'll
yeah,
just
to your
have to
point,
start in the
Gator, I
back.
think Mid Ohio is a very technical course. So even Max, him being the lap time favorite and obviously the experienced favorite with this technical course, man. I know last night, me and Swamp struggled really on them downhill exits. Really
Mm-hmm.
loose off there, and that's all it takes is one of these downhill loose offs to really lose your car. And we seen Ronnie. I think Ronnie had a pretty fast race car last night, but found his troubles on this technical course to where he actually did make a mistake and actually ruined his chances of winning the race.
Yeah, Ronnie was quick last night, but as you mentioned, this track is very technical. It's very flowy. You got to have a certain rhythm to get around this place, and at times in some of these corners, it is very very loose, especially in these Cup cars. So any key spots that we need to be watching out for, other than that sharp downhill left-hander?
Besides the sharp downhill left-hander, I think turn one's going to be a trouble spot when these guys are grouped up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys are going to overdrive one. When we come to these road courses, a lot of guys have different breaking points. For instance, I'm a kind of an early breaker, because I struggle getting a car to turn, or a truck in my instance, to turn. So I like to back them corners up, get it to turn. A lot of guys like to attack, man. They like to attack and get the thing pointed, kind of like you're racing out of New Hampshire per se. Get that car turned, pointed, and get it carrying off the corners. But I think Gator, the last corner, the last two corners per se, going to the start finish is going to be a good spot as well. I think
Mm-hmm.
those, when you get all that weight shifted over to the left side of the car and then you got to shift it back to the right, might see little guys get a little bit of wheel spin and might carry it off into a spin or off into the grass over there. So you never know. We'll see what we can see.
All right, as it looks like these guys are done with qualifying. Don't have a stream up at this point just yet, so live updates are they're going to be hit and miss until we get one of those up. But they are done with qualifying, probably waiting on Ballstick to get in there, and they'll be ready to go here for tonight. As I am asking if anybody is streaming in the Discord. I'm excited for a little bit of road course racing, though. We all know that I have a soft spot for road courses, and they do provide some pretty good racing, especially when these guys are grouped up. So I am ready for tonight.
Yeah, we all know that I'm not a fan of road courses, but I've grown to like them just a little bit. But commentating them is always fun because we're going to have, I'm pretty sure at some point tonight, we'll be able to talk some real racing, talk some previous racing, league wise and
Yep,
NASCAR wise. So it's going to be a fun broadcast, I think.
absolutely. As it looks like Kev Bro is going to fire up his stream for us. So what a saint.
What a guy. Gotta love the
What a
guy.
guy. What a guy. I know Sharp sometimes streams, but that depends whether he's home or on the boat. And I think he might be on the boat. Anybody else? Joe used to stream, but he doesn't anymore. But I am ready for this. No, Big Jim is also streaming, so let me go find a Big Jim.
I'll follow Kid, bro.
Alright. There we go, Big Jim. Pole is going to be max boost with a 119.1. Shocker there. Jim's going to line up second with a 119.8. So
As Max Boost is back with a bang.
yeah, these guys are going to need a little bit of luck here for Max. Have a little bit of problems. All right, looks like they are going. They are loading on in. So we are good to join. I'm gonna go blue screen here to catch this race start. I think I've got 3 or 4 invites, so I'm good to go.
F3.
Okay. right, the NASCAR Cup Series here at Mid-Ohio. This is race number 6 for our Cup Series here in season number 4. And tonight's race brought to you by the Fanatec Club Sport Series wheel that you see on the screen. So, yeah, go get you one, I guess. All right. If I do remember, we're going to have 10 or 11 laps here in stage number 1. I'll verify that in just a second. As we are taking the green flag right now at Mid-Ohio. Big Jim, Max Boost here on your front row, the 2 favorites for tonight. You see these guys going all the way down to the bottom in turn 1. That is legal here. Just if somebody's coming out of the pits, they do have the right of way there, but you can't cross under the rumble strips. Big Jim takes the lead from Max here early on and into the tight hairpin for the first time. Got some trouble in the back.
Of course, that's what you got to watch. As I was saying in pre-race, man, them guys in turn 1 really hard to gauge. Those gentlemen in front of you, where their braking points are, you might run somebody over, might get ran over.
Yep, Jag there in the back. Looked like he got off in the grass, but a great save from him. As Jim is still ahead here. Sharp, Jag gives old Sharp the bump in the hairpin there. It may have been something to do with why Jag was in the grass earlier. So these guys are door to door here through what I like to call the S's.
We got somebody already in the fence in the back and around. Looks like Lewis is around.
Lewis is not excited about this track.
He is not. Got a significant amount of damage there. He's going to ride this out. Maybe we pit.
You can pit now and make it to the end. So, making the end of this first stage, it is 10 laps. You can make it by saving. As Lewis is off the grass, he's going to stay out.
I think this Sharp Jack Boy battle is going to be one to watch all evening.
Jaggy going to give Sharp another bumper here in the hairpin. I think they call this the keyhole. If I remember correctly from watching some past Xfinity races here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite a hairpin.
It's about as hairpin as you can get, I think. Jag pretty late under braking there. Gives Sharp just a little bit of a tap.
Is this Sonoma hairpin, though?
And honestly, it's just about as tight as it. Maybe a little bit wider, but not much.
This track is so technical, man. And the hard part of Gator about this racetrack is there's really no braking points, like to gauge where to brake your race car at. So when you're looking off, what I mean is when you're looking off left or right, normally you find a landmark to brake the cars off of. There's really not a lot here.
I mean, you got those little signboards, but those are kind of hard to see in the heat of a battle.
Agreed.
This track has a lot of elevation changes. That's going to be tricky for the drivers tonight to be able to maintain traction coming up over these hills and down the other side. You can see a lot of them get loose, head off through the grass. Allen with a really deep braking point. Oh man, I thought he was absolutely going to blow that corner, but somehow he got that thing wound up and past his crunch there in the hairpin. What a move by LD Allen, really late on the brakes. Impressive there as they head down the long back straightaway and into a heavy braking right. And Allen's off in the grass. He broke a little bit too late for that one.
Well, there's one thing I noticed about, last night, Swamp kept blowing that corner there. And you got to control your downshifts there, Gator. I think I noticed last night Swamp was clicking down his downshifts too quick, which was causing a wheel hop, but allowing that car to step out, get loose off, kick you off in the grass, and makes you out of control. Swamp actually got it under control there about halfway through stage 3. Control your downshifts there and work that corner off slowly.
Yeah, that's a good point. You cannot downshift too quickly or else you will get a little squirrely and fishtail. That is never a good thing. Crunch whistle over there, but gets a good angle off here. Back to the front straightaway for another time around. Go back up towards the top 5 here. Got Sharp Jag Boy kill them all right here, 3, 4, and 5. All about saving a little bit here in stage 1 to make it to the end.
Yeah, which with that road course, and it's kind of easier to save than it is at an oval.
Yep.
You know, keep staying in a gear a little bit longer, or not going to a gear in said corner. I think it's a little bit easier to save here compared to an oval where you got to control your throttle a lot better. So we'll see which guys are better at it than others, I reckon.
Yeah, if you're trying to save some fuel, keeping the revs down is pretty key. Some of these guys, there's different techniques to it, whether you upshift quicker than you normally would, or just keep it in a higher gear. Some guys prefer to do that.
I'm just terrible at saving.
Let off the gas going into the corners and coast a little bit. There's a few different ways to do it.
I'm starting to pressure Jimmy here.
Yeah, right up there to those guys. Jim still in the lead there.
See, neither one of those guys cut the corner there.
Jim's setting the pace. Max might just be riding at Jim's pace, trying to save what he can here in stage number 1. This is Max's first start of the season here in season 4. He's your season 3 Cup Series champion. Glad to see him back on track at one of his strengths. He's a really, really good road course racer, as evidenced by him sweeping them last season here in the NARL and a couple of Pro League wins on the road courses. So he is the absolute favorite here tonight, but Jim is putting on a show early on. This right here, this corner is the trickiest for me.
It gets really light there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Getting back on the throttle there is very touchy.
Especially on a controller, I imagine the wheel you can kind of fight it a little bit more, left, right. When you're on an analog stick, man, it's tough.
The struggles, man. The struggles. I wrecked there in warm-ups. One of these days, I will have a wheel, and I'd love to see. I consider myself pretty good at road courses on a controller, but I'd love to see what I can do with a wheel.
They're fun. I don't understand. I was talking to Bostic the other night before the truck race. He said that he would not race a road course on a wheel, and I called him absolutely insane. What was the Max that was talking about pre-race, that wheel spin, man?
Max gets loose. And getting loose out of that corner, you're going to lose a ton of time, kind of like Canadian Tire out of the double right. Losing time out of the hairpin down the long straightaway, you're going to lose a bunch.
Wish we had the opportunity to get loose off of double rights on Tuesday. Anyways.
You were in the fence before that, so you didn't really have to worry about it.
Exactly.
I think with all that front end damage, there's no way your truck was going to get loose the rest of the night.
Man. My truck got sent to Mars and it still ain't landing.
The dang Curiosity rover landed before your truck did.
Exactly.
Ronnie Mack is over here spamming our chat with the same comment, glitching out.
Might be glitching out again.
Yeah, love to see it. Thank you, too. Let's see how many to go here in stage 1. We got 4 to go, so still a good bit of time. Checking on Jim's car status. He's got 4 laps of fuel left, but he's probably got to save just a little bit more because he's going to dip to 3 during this lap.
So I think it looks like, to this point, I know they're both trying to save here, but it looks like Jimmy actually has Max beat. Maybe not higher speed portions of the race course, to where Max has Jimmy beat on the more technical portions of the race course.
Max a little bit deeper on the brakes there, which is great. Closes up on Jim's back bumper. He's on a tricky corner right here. That's the left hairpin with the downhill. Up through what I call the Essence. Car gets really light right here, up over another hill, and down into the corner that I find the trickiest right here. Over the hill right. That's the most technical part of the whole track, is that section right there.
As so hard, you know, when you're racing in traffic, which these guys aren't. They're only racing each other, but on these restarts, that's what makes it tough. There's no blind spots, man. You can't see around these corners. It's really hard to see what's going on in front of you, especially when you're neck deep in a battle.
We have 3 to go in the stage. Big Jim still leading Max Boost. They've been inseparable this whole race. So I'll leave them be here for a couple laps while I scroll through this field here towards the end of the stage. Sharp still in 3rd place with Jag and Killam right behind them. These 3 haven't changed positions at all. Good run for these guys. Jag needs a good run. His luck has just been awful this season.
Yeah, and a good run at Dover. Well, good finish at Dover, but with his PS4 taking a poop on him earlier in the season, and then going to the 500, he's kind of behind here in the point standings. But I think he's going to get it turned around, especially when we get to those flat racetracks, man. Once we get to Richmond, Loud, and Martinsville, he'll be able to turn it around.
He was fast running up front of Phoenix and just made a misjudgment there in the final stage and found himself on the wall trying to tuck back in behind somebody and just missed it by a hair. So ruined a good run for him there at Phoenix, but had a good run at Dover. Right now he's sitting inside the top 5 early on at Mid-Ohio. 4th. Killam misses the corner there. He's going to lose some time. 2 to go. Search around, see what else we can find here. Allen, Ghost.
Looks like Ballstick still taking in that.
Elite Wood won these pipes last week's winner. Ballstick here in the 8. He's says let's do the work on the back of his car. He's definitely doing the work tonight at Mid-Ohio. Back in front with a lap and a half remaining. Max Boost still right there with Jim. Williams, is there a really good passing opportunity on this track, or where do you think Max can pull this pass off here as he tries to get around Jim coming to the end of the stage?
Pretty much anywhere you get to apply heavy braking. So I would say turn 1, once you get through turn 1, as you call the hairpin, and then pretty much turn 2 where that downshifting area is. I think those are your 2 best spots, man. Once you get to the technical portions, you're just kind of along for the ride unless the guy in front of you makes a mistake. So you watch Jimmy come to the start-finish line here. What Max wants to do here is try to get up on this bumper best he can. And, you know, Max is going to try to drive in there a little bit deeper here. But right here, man, you want to kind of outbrake that guy best you can without locking it up, without getting the wheel hop.
So we are on 1 to go here in stage number 1.
There you go, right
Max
there.
Boost with a bump. He drove it in really deep. He's going to make the move around Jim. Where can Jim get him back? He's the first
right
immediate
here.
opportunity. He's going to be right here. Max defends.
Max does defend. Max is going to break the draft here down the straightaway here, but watch Jimmy. Jimmy's going to try to get to the inside of him here. Really hard not to wheel hop here. And I think that's pretty much it as far as the best passing opportunities go. Now it's just if Max makes a mistake back in the line.
Max Boost and Big Jim fighting for the stage 1 win. Max with a really big move there into turn number 2, the hairpin, but he's still got Jim right there on his back bumper as Jim tries to find his way back around. He's only got a couple corners left.
See, Max really, as I said, he's able to pull away in them technical parts. The high speed parts. Oh, as Jimmy loses it.
Yeah, that's going to seal the deal here for stage number 1. Max Boost for the last lap pass takes stage 1. Big Jim going to settle for P2 here in stage 1. Killam has gotten around Sharp and Jagboy, both of them, to take 3rd place.
Missed that one. Good job, Killam there.
Yeah. Killam passes 2 cars on the final lap, going to take 3rd.
Oh,
Sharp
Jimmy.
4th,
Oh,
Jag
Jaggy
5th.
wrecks it. So
Well,
cost Jaggy a stage point.
maybe. Yep. Jag misses out on stage points there.
And that's also going to lose his track position because I'm sure he got some damage there on that wreck.
Looks like LD Allen's going to sneak in for the final stage point in stage number 1. Lots of drama there on the final lap. We were watching the leaders, but lots happening behind them. Killam passes 2 cars. LD Allen also passes 2 cars, sneaks his way up in. Jagboy loses it there with 1 corner left. Don't know if he blew a tire or whatnot, but just misses out on stage points. Stage 2 is going to be much of the same as stage 1, same length. So it looks like most of these guys were able to save and not have to pit. So here we are, we're going to regroup. Max Boost and Captain Killam on the front row now with Sharp and Big Jim lining up behind them. Green flag, stage 2.
Watch for Max to drive away here. Knows what he needs in his race car now. He's really experienced.
With Jim in traffic, it's a good opportunity. But Captain Killam gets a really good run off corner number 1 and down into the hairpin, looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. Max drives it in deep. Killam may gave him a bumper. We're 3 wide coming out of the hairpin. That is not going to work.
One thing I noticed about Killam is last year, Canadian Tire, when I was crew chiefing for Draven, I noticed that Killam got stronger at these road score races. As the race went on, more reps he got on the surface. So we'll see if that holds true this evening.
Max Boost getting a big lead here as these guys fight for second behind him. This is exactly what he wants to see in his mirror as Captain Killam is holding off the rest of the field. Our Season 4 Daytona 500 champion, Captain Killam here in second place at Mid-Ohio. Big Jim trying to find his way around to not let Max get too far out ahead. Sharp, LD Allen right here behind those two in 4th and 5th.
Ghost making his way up here.
Yep, Ghost up to P6. They had one off in the grass behind them. I think that was Jag again. He's getting challenged by, I believe that's Kevbro. Yes, it is. Kevbro in the 20. Not really looking forward to. I don't think the elite team was really looking forward to Mid-Ohio. Just as a
I would
group.
agree with that.
I think
I don't think they look forward to road course racing at all.
Yeah, I think these guys are just out here for survival tonight. Try to get as many points as they can.
As Kyle Larson would say, a bunch of porch sitters.
So looks like Lewis has found trouble again. He's still got damage on his front end, as most of the field has gotten away.
So if anybody follows our PC2 league, I think it's interesting to watch Allen tonight. You know, like Ronnie Mack, them road course guys are really good on the PC2 side. That's what I was looking for last night. Like, is Ronnie Mack going to be able to, you know, make a statement? Obviously, he made a few mistakes, but can Allen make a statement tonight? Being so good on that PC2 side.
Yep. Allen has gotten better and better at these road course races, and I think a little bit in part is due to having a wheel and getting more laps on PC2 and everything else. But he did win here at Mid-Ohio last season at Xfinity, using a little bit of strategy, but still a win nonetheless. So he knows how to get around some of these tracks.
Right here, he's going to set Killam up. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. Get a run there through two, into two, excuse me, outbreak the guy. Killam's going to let him go here.
So move Allen up to third. Captain Killam's going to go back to first here. Sharp right there in fifth. See if Killam makes a move back or if he's just going to let Allen go. Looks like he's just going to let him go for now. So, TK270 Kelvin, watching him a little bit. He is not a fan of Mid-Ohio. He's missed one race and he in ARL, and it happened to be last season at this track, so he's not a fan. Kevbro, Jagboy, they're still right next to each other. You already heard. Not too much of a fan.
Keeps his perfect attendance record alive, though.
Yes, he does.
Who absolutely hates road course racing.
As Allen got loose and dumped it.
He did. Been racing with Joe for a long time, and one thing I can say about Joe is he hates road course racing. He absolutely despises it.
He does, but tonight he keeps his perfect attendance record going, as this is start number 96 in the Cup Series here in the NARL for You Already Heard. The Iron Man.
As I told Draven, he's from North Carolina. Us Carolina boys, we don't mess with this road course racing too much.
Plum, last week's winner, cruising around by himself, trying to save what he can.
Well, Plum, when he installed his new wheel, he stalls the car at all. He's done, so he can't refire the race car. So I think he's in more of a keep it away from everybody and let them kind of make a mistake. If they don't, just ride around and collect maximum points in the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Jim has been able to catch Max Boost here as we were scrolling through the field. So Max Boost got out to an early lead there due to some racing behind him, but Big Jim has been able to track him down.
Max maybe trying to manage his gap a little bit. He's a smart road course racer trying to say what he can here. Jim is fast, however, so Jim might be able to find a little bit something extra here.
Might be able to pressure Max and then burning up his stuff. We are coming to, let's see, they're on 6 to go here in stage number 2. Captain Killen is broken away from third, but we got 4 cars right here pretty close with one another. Fourth on back, Sharp, Jagboy, Ghost. I believe at the end of this train is Kevbro. It is.
Ghost gets in the back of the 4 here. They're going to be side by side down in the turn number 1, 2, 3, I guess.
Jag gonna defend here as they head off into 3. So 2 heavy braking zones in a row on this track. Love this. Ghost misses his mark just a bit. Allows Kevbro to get right up on his back bumper. Impressive from Kevbro. I know he's not a fan of road courses, but here he is competing for a top 5 spot in stage number 2. Highest running Toyota here tonight. So he's right here at the end of these guys, number 20. Allen with heavy damage. Threw away a top 3 there. But now Captain Killen is falling back to these guys. We got 5 cars right here together.
Yeah, Killen, we've fallen off a little bit here. Don't know if he tries some adjustments. Trying to save, what are they? Jaggy's a little loose off there. Trying to save whatever the case may be here. He's falling into the grasp of Sharp and Jaggy. Had a good stage 1 though, so when you have a good stage 1, you can kind of give it back here in stage 2 just a skosh.
Nothing has changed at the front as I'm watching this battle. Jim is still behind Max Boost just by watching his personal stream. So no fight for the lead just yet. I'll keep it on this 5-car battle for third. As Sharp is closing in on Captain Killen. Here ever so slightly. Killen with
Sharp does a good job there.
Very defensive entry there into the corner. Allow Sharp to get just a little bit closer. He's right there on Captain Killen now as they go through the technical portion of this track.
Yeah, Sharp did a good job there. Entering high, trying to hit that angle through the corner, or arc as we like to call it. But Killen did a good job playing defense there. Once you get in that technical part, you kind of check him up a little bit, make him check up, slow his pace down. And it's hard for you, once you lose that rhythm, man, it's hard for you to get it back after a couple corners.
Killen really fast through there as he gapped Sharp by a couple car lengths.
Jackie tries to work on Sharpie here.
Is on a controller. Captain Killen, I know, is on a wheel, so that could be a big difference there. And not getting as loose, getting under power through those corners.
Yeah, I know. That you may be right, Gator, but Sharp puts so much time into these road courses.
That he does.
I think he's a true road course ringer. I don't know if he's a ringer naturally, but he enjoys racing at these road courses. He puts a lot of time into them, especially at the Glen. So, Killen goes wide.
Killen off into the grass there, misses the keyhole. Sharp's going to take that spot now, but as you said, Sharp is a winner in the Cup Series in the NRL at Watkins Glen. That is one of his favorite tracks. This one not so much, but he's still quick here. As he has now gotten around Captain Killen due to a mistake. Jagboy, Captain Killen's teammate there right behind him. Ghost spins out.
Ghost is around. Hate to see it.
Great job from Kevbro avoiding that as Jag gets loose.
guys starting to battle just a little bit of handling here.
So right now this is
Sharp
got
off in
loose.
the grass.
Yep. I saw that way up there as I'm running up over with Kebro. He is in 6th place, looking at 5th place driver Jagboy, the final stage point here in stage 2.
Apparently these guys forgot to plug their mods in tonight. It's killed. That's an interesting battle here coming to start
stop
finish.
it. Stop it.
You think I wasn't going to go the whole broadcast without saying
Stop it.
Oh, man.
That is done. That is over with. We are now watching the battle for 3rd heating up. Sharp and Captain Killam going back and forth.
You hate me. I know. It's okay.
I do. I do, with everything I've got inside of me. And it really makes me want to contribute to this swear jar, but I'm not going to do it. You're not going to bait me into it, Williams.
Actually, that was actually my goal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're not going to bait me into it, Williams. It ain't happening, bud. I'm broke right now. That's not happening.
Oh, man. Sharp got back by killing here.
Yep. Jag is caught back up with these guys. Pepper just hanging off the back there by about a second. So I scroll through some more. You already heard with some front end damage, so he's been around at some point here in the last few laps. Plum has the cleanest car on the racetrack, I think. Not a nick on that thing. Max Boost still out front. He has gapped Big Jim yet again as Jim closed in on him. So,
Yeah, it looks like if Jim's going to have anything from Max tonight, he's going to have to get him early in the run and play a lot of defense.
absolutely. Big Jim might have used up his stuff, had to let off to save a little bit.
Max is just so good. These road courses, man, so smooth.
Hey. Max did wreck in warm-ups on a road course, and I have a clip of it, and I absolutely love it because I have never seen that guy make a mistake by himself at a road course before. And he did it in warm-ups, and I am just going to use that as blackmail the rest of his league racing career. I'm kidding, Max. I love you, but I do love this clip that I have.
Some clips never die, like me wasting in a Canadian Tire. The clip will never die.
It will never die. As we are now on 1 to go here in stage number 2. Sharp has gapped himself from Captain Killam here for 3rd place. Battle right now, closest battle is for 4th and 5th between the TJR teammates, Killam and Jag. Lieutenant Crunch back here running in 8th. Stayed out of trouble most of the night. Bright yellow Hertz number 24. RKR. Looks like things are going to remain to form here unless somebody makes a mistake. They're all pretty spread out.
Yeah, I think, as you said, the closest battle on the track is Jag and Killam. Jaggy probably won't race his teammate that hard here for a stage point.
Couple corners left here for Max Boost. Rounds this long sweeping right for the final time here in stage number 2, and a quick kick to the left, and he is going to sweep the stages here tonight. Max Boost en route to a perfect night tonight in the Cup Series. Got the pole, got both stages, got the most important one left though. Big Jim going to take 2nd place. And battle for 3rd. Sharp is going to hang on. Killam going to be 4th. And Jagboy is going to get his stage point that he didn't get in stage 1 here in stage number 2.
The Gander, that pretty much throws the saving out. Now these guys can actually race as hard as they can.
Yep, you can race here in the final stage. So if you got something, now's the time to show it. And I'm excited to see who's got something. I believe the final stage is around 17 laps-ish. I'll verify here in a minute.
My question is, when do you pit, man? Do you pit? I mean, I think you have a couple laps to spare there. Do you try to stretch it out as far as you can? I don't know how much. Was it 1 or 2 laps of, window there?
I don't know. I realized that on the final lap of my stints in practice, my car just was awful. So I'd probably rather pit the lap before than the lap after and avoid losing all that sort of time. But here we are. We line up at 4, stage number 3, the final stage tonight. We've seen some wild stages this week in the final stage. So see what we got here as these guys are going to head off into turn 2. Does anybody get moved off the track? We're going to find out. 18 laps here in the final one. Here we go. Any torpedoes? Oh, yep, here comes Kevbro. Gets Captain Kill him. Gets Sharp. TK off the track. Plum off the track. Max is falling back. Chaos again here at Mid-Ohio. We saw it last night in the Xfinity race. We saw it in the trucks. Here it is in the Cup Series.
Now this is going to be interesting here. How much Jimmy has that gap on Max now? Can he drive away? He's going to have to put as much gap on
Max
this
is
field
behind
as
a
he
lot
can.
of traffic. A lot of traffic. He's back about 7th place.
Jim's going to have to play getaway now. He's going to have to drive as hard as he can to get as far away from Max as he can here. As Max is still encountering problems with this field.
This is exactly what Jim needed. This is the kind of luck he needed to see. Max Boost getting caught up in some stuff there. This is the opening that Big Jim needs as Max Boost looks to fight his way through the field here. Throughout all that, that puts the Ghost up to 2nd place. Jagboy sitting at 3rd. We're looking at the battle for 4th. Crunch, Allen, Sharp. Sharp's going to get 2 for 1 here down the front straightaway. Max is going to try to follow him through.
Yes, sir.
Max is going to be able to get 2 for 1 there as well.
Sharp's off in the grass.
He is. He's going to hit Max. He's going to lose it. Allen off through the grass. Big wreck.
Oh, look at that. I don't think that's going to be a caution, Gator.
I don't think so either. Crunch still riding himself. Kevbro's around. Carnage here in the final stage.
Kevbro's still trying to get it righted. You already heard his found
What a mess.
Up to the, 6th position? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep, I think that's him right behind Sharp there. The old Candyman. I think if Hurd managed to stay in 6th, he'd be ecstatic about that finish.
I think anything outside of a top 10 would be great for Joe here. He'd be thrilled. He'd drink himself to sleep.
I think Joe would be really happy with the 6th place. I know he's not satisfied finishing 6th at every track, but I think this track would be one of them where he'd be pretty happy with it.
So now you got Jimmy, Ghost, and Jaggy up here. These guys, Max, out of the picture for now. Got to play getaway. I think Jim is probably the favorite here. Jim's going to have to keep putting time down. So it's interesting to see if Max can put these burners on to run these guys down.
He's going to have to, as some of these guys got a pretty big gap here. How will his teammate Jag race as Jag makes a mistake? How will the Ghost race him as Max tries to get his way through? Ghost realizing that might be his chance to win is to keep Max behind him. How will he get raced here as he tries to make his way back to the front? Gotta think Jaggy, his teammate here, is going to let him go once he gets there. Max Boost not in a Ford here. Part of TJR, but not driving a Ford due to his contract with the Pro League there. He's in his Pro League vehicle. I must say, 704 does some things sometimes, but it's got to feel pretty cool to have your car on a game.
Absolutely, your own race car.
Yeah, with your name on it. Yep.
Yeah, when you're scrolling through
on
the
a video game.
you get the picture. Yeah, it's intense. That's
got to be pretty cool.
As he's going to pass his teammate pretty easily here.
Yeah,
Jackie didn't even hold him up. Ooh, Max goes wide.
Probably going to get a good run off here. He now sets aside on the Ghost for P2. Big Jim up the road a little bit more, pacing the field right now. Ghost is no slouch at this track. He's gotten better and better the more laps he's put down, so we'll see how easy or difficult he makes it for Max to get around him, assuming Max gets there.
Good run for Ghost here. He's had a rough start to the year. A lot of expectations coming into the season. I wouldn't say he's had a bad start to the year. He just hasn't had the start of the year that he expected, So we'll see if he can, bring home that top 3, top 4, top 5 that he's been looking for to begin the season.
On board with your leader here, Big Jim, catching some lap traffic. That's going to be Kev Bro, who found himself in the middle of a skirmish in turn 2 there on lap 1 of the final stage. Kev Bro is going to get out of the way, though, let Jim through. It's really hard to bring out a caution on one of these road courses. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, ask the Truck Series that on Tuesday. Yeah. Anyways.
Almost impossible.
Well, Max overdrove 1 there just a skosh. That's going to allow Ghost to skirt away just a little bit more.
Here's Sharp riding in 5th. Big gap back to whoever's behind him. Go find Captain Killam. I know he got caught up in that, and I think that Killam is in 6th place. I know he is one of the drivers that got punted there among some others. That accident in the hairpin. Allen's going to be in 7th place, so You Already Hurd's falling back to 8th. Behind him, I believe, is his teammate Lewis. It is NR Lewis here in 9th. 10th on back. I believe he's going to be pulling these pipes in 10th. Crunch in 11th. Trying to find 12th. Plum goes off track. Going to give Crunch that spot back. So TK270. 270 Kelvin right there. He's going to lose it.
As Max has ran out Ghost here, he's got to make this pass pretty quickly if he wants to contend with Jimmy tonight.
Yeah, Ghost makes a mistake though. That makes it easy. One more car left for Max. That's going to be Big Jim. Big Jim's got to put down qualifying laps every single lap.
Jimmy's got to run the best, which Jimmy, being the guy he is, I think he's going to be pretty good here. If he gets beat, it's not because of a mistake, it's just going to be because of Max's speed, man.
So Max Boost found his way back up to 2nd place. I think the key move for Max there was getting those 2 cars coming out down the front straightaway. The C's parted for him there. He grabbed 2 at once, and I think that might be key if Max can win this race that he's going to look back on.
Yeah, let's see what Kebro does here. Kebro was respectful to Jimmy. Let's see how hard he races the pro league.
Right out of the way.
Trying to get out of his way, yeah. Racing etiquette, love to see it.
Some don't know what racing etiquette is, but here in the Cup Series, it is required. Kebro lets go, Jackie around. Top 4 are now past Kev as he's off the track again. Got a lot of damage to his car, not handling right. Allen gets loose.
So here we go. We got Jimmy and Max. Jimmy, my upset pick. Max, my pick. So let's see, if Max can run this guy down before pit stops. If not, after pit stops, who pits first and how that plays out moving henceforth.
Max has already gotten closer. He's about 3 seconds behind Jim right now. So 3 seconds in closing here for Max Boost. 3 seconds is a lot of time, but still ways to go here in this race, and pit stops looming. Draven64, love to see you in the chat. Glad you could join us for the final stage here tonight. Right now, Big Jim is your leader, followed by Max Boost. They got pit stops here in a couple of laps. About 10 to go here at Mid-Ohio. Maybe 11. I'll verify at the line. checking on Jim's car status right now. His car's starting to get a little loose on him. We have 11 to go here. 2 more laps and they will be well within their window of making it without having to save. So you got to think they're going to pit in about 2 laps. Wish Jim would swap back to his running order. I'd love to see how much time Max Boost caught that 1 lap.
A lot. At least a second, I'd say.
Jim is not cycling through that, so we'll leave that at is, but Max Boost is closing. I'll tell you what, Ghost is really not too far behind. Impressive run from him with Jag in tow. They're not too far behind these leaders.
Yeah, we've seen that lap times coming in not only in the warm-ups but on the daily sheet. Ghost actually posted the best lap time coming in the warm-ups on the daily sheet.
Coming in 10 to go. I would expect these guys to pit next time by. That's what I think might happen. So yeah, I think they're going to pit this time by. So we'll watch out for that. Pit entry here, tricky but not too much of a chance for speeding, but you do have to really slow down to get around the barrels there. It's a pretty sharp right.
And the line's kind of not where they say it is. It's a little bit, probably 4 to 5 foot before where they printed on the game, so shout out 704.
But once you get around those barrels and slow down for that right, speeding is almost non-existent, so these guys shouldn't have to worry about that. Max Boost is here within about a second of Big Jim, maybe 1.5 seconds. Expect to see Big Jim on pit lane this time by.
Jimmy running wide there.
Really struggling right now on those older tires. Here he is, yep, he's going to dive to pit lane. Max is going to follow. Here are your 2 leaders on pit lane for the final time tonight, barring any late cautions. Big Jim, Max Boost.
Here comes Ghost, Jaggy with him.
Everybody on pit lane. Sharp on pit lane.
Xfinity race last night.
So your top 5 have all hit pit lane. Out in front here. Big Jim and Max Boost, they're pitted right next to each other. Jim out first. Looks like the gap's going to stay just about the same. So if I'm Jim, it looked like on fresher tires, Jim was quicker. You've got to put down some laps right now.
Well, yeah, Max overdrives 1 there. Or 2.
This is the duel for the win tonight. Tonight's race brought to you by JDCNC. Go check them out on Instagram, Facebook. They do all kinds of custom engraving, sublimation, things like that. They make T-shirts. You can get customized. We've seen beer mugs here in the NARL. They've given us some flasks, shot glasses, pocket knives, lights, anything you could ever imagine. Check it out for some personalized items. JDCNC, Instagram, Facebook. Also in the making is a website. I'll get that website name for you as soon as I get it confirmed.
See, I think you're right, Gander here. Jim is really good on fresh tires compared to Max. But can that long run speed, can Max keep him in the sights good enough to make the pass here? Just like
Kempro gets out of the way again.
Beautiful paint scheme by Jimmy tonight, by the way.
First time he's ran that this season, the white and blue Dalfrost scheme. It is a nice scheme. I'll tell you what, the Richard Childress cars in general have some pretty nice schemes. Max Boost really late on the brakes there. Closes in a couple of car lengths on Jim. Do you think Max, when he gets to Jim, is going to try to strike twice in the same spot there in the hairpin, or is he going to put a different move on him this time around?
I think, yeah, I think any heavy braking zone, whether it be turn 2 or turn 3, that's where he's going to make the move here. Unless Jimmy makes a mistake.
Jimmy's going to defend for his life here. Not going to make it easy for Max. But you got to think Max is just kind of riding right now, but he's getting closer and closer. When, where is he going to make this move for the lead? We have 7 to go. Max with a good run out of corner number 1. This might be it right here. He looks low. Does not make the move yet. Jim runs it a bit wide, but gets a great run off the corner.
He's going to get a good run. And that's that. Max is going to follow him through the technical portion now.
Max making a move behind. He's really late on the brakes again. He's going to take a peek at Jim here. They're side by side, but Jim's going to have the preferred line. He runs Max wide. Oh, man, things are getting heated here for the lead. 7 laps remaining at Mid-Ohio. Max Boost, Big Jim duking it out, one-on-one.
The good news is, I don't know if it's getting heated. These both got fair-tempered guys. I don't see one of these guys getting upset. Just good hard racing here between these two fellers.
Jim stretched a little bit of a gap there, but just gave it up in that one corner.
Right here, I think Max is going to try to get a run up here.
6 to go. Max going to try to get a run out of corner number 1 into the hairpin again.
You see his back is one up there. He's going to try to get a run up here. I don't think he's close enough to get it.
So he's going to stay put for now, but he really diamonds that corner to try to get a good run off of it. But Jim manages to really get onto the gas quickly there and is going to maintain his spot into the other heavy braking right. Max Boost is going to take a peek on the inside again there, though.
Yeah, we've seen this where they mixed it up last time. Looks like Jim's maybe overdriving that portion of the racetrack just a little bit too much here. He's going to be able to hold him off, though. And once you get into this technical portion, I think it's really hard to pass through here. So Jim, as long as he gets into this portion of the racetrack, he might be able to hold off Max for the most part without making a mistake.
Really hard to pass through that technical part. Can pass here in this final corner if somebody runs wide. That's about
Jim's doing a good job not doing there.
Yeah. 5 to go. Gotta think this would mean a lot for Jim to hold off Max here at a road course.
Yeah, good heavy braking there. It's a good break there. Max still runs wide here. Going to try to diamond again, like you said, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to make the move here.
Who wants it more? Max Boost right behind Big Jim. Max is really good through this part of the track. This is really where he's beating Jim, but once he gets there, he just can't make the pass, and now is stuck behind him for the next few corners.
Yeah, once Jim gets to that point there, as long as he can survive to that point there, through the last 2 corners to the start-finish to that point, he's able to drive pretty defensive and hold Max behind him. He's just got to be perfect from the start-finish line on. Wish Jimmy gets too much grass there. Yeah. Oh, Jim does a good job choking his run off there.
Heavyweight fight here for the win at Mid-Ohio. Four to go.
Max a little wide.
Really loose on entry there. Max is one of those guys that I don't know how he does it, but he drives one-handed at these road courses. One hand on the shifter, one hand on the wheel. Don't know how he pulls that off.
Yeah, I don't know either. But he seems to be overdriving one just a skosh here. I don't know if it's by design, but it's really costing him here. It's kind of ruining his opportunity to pass this point right here. And then once we get to here, as we were speaking earlier, this is it. Jimmy's just on defense now. It's hard for Max to get a pass on from here. Yes, sir.
One lane track from that point until the second to last corner.
So as long as Jim doesn't make a mistake here, just keeps Max behind him. Even if you make a mistake, just keep Max behind you here. Play defense till you get back to, turn one.
I've really wanted to scroll back through the field here. Don't want to miss out on anybody else, but this is a really close battle here for the lead in the latter stages of this race.
3 to go. What a battle. These guys are really putting it on there.
Another lap. Crazy how neither of them are going below the apron there.
Yeah, I think it's by design on Jimmy's part. I think Max kind of doesn't want to. Ooh, he's going to drive it in here. I think Max.
It is faster if you go down there.
I think it's by design on Jimmy's part. I think Jimmy, trying to play defense just a skosh. Max is maybe just following the leader there just a little bit here. This is the closest Max is going to be into this heavy break in turn 3.
This is where Max is beating Jim. Lap in and lap out is through this corner in the next.
Super defensive there by Jimmy.
Max right on the bumper, but there's TK off the track. These drivers don't need any distractions right now. Don't want to see a lap car off the track, but we got some more dirt flying ahead of them. Oh, there's Jim. He makes a mistake. Max is there. He's going to take a look.
That's it.
Not enough, Jim.
Max backs off of him.
Yep. Jim drove it in.
2 to go here.
2 to go at the line.
So Max has been backing up this turn 1 here. I don't know if it's by design or not. That time Jimmy actually backed up a little bit more.
He's got a good run. He's showing the nose.
Thought about it.
He's going to go in there anyways. He gives him a bump. Jim gets a runoff though. Oh, but he gets loose.
Jimmy dumped it.
No.
Oh no.
Max lets him back ahead though. Interesting for Max Boost. Maybe he felt like he caused that. That would be my only idea there. Or he just wants to beat Jim head-to-head straight up. But interesting there is Jim got loose. But they're approaching plumb these pipes. Is lap traffic going to come into play on the final lap?
I think Plum has mowed more grass than Forrest Gump tonight.
2 lap cars ahead of these guys.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's got this one, man. I think he's pretty much. I think Max letting him back in front of him. It's Kebra and Plum side by side here.
Kev gets out of the way.
Over.
1 lap to go. Max is back on the bumper. Where will he make his move? Jim's going to run a little wide there. Max with a great run. Jim's going to take the defense. No,
right
he's going to block him, but Max is going to get there. Jim drives it in really deep, and he goes off the track.
And Max is
Big Jim makes the mistake. Big Jim makes the mistake. Max forced him to drive in deep there on defense. Jim off the track. Max Boost, if he can keep it straight, is going to bring it home tonight at Mid-Ohio. Plum gets out of the way, his TJR teammate. Also lets Big Jim around.
What a race. Great race between these two guys. It's not over yet. If Max makes a mistake here, man, we're right back into where we started.
You know this is going to sting for Jim, though. He really wanted this. wanted to beat Max at one of these road courses head-to-head. But looks like Max is going to hang on here. He's just got a couple of corners left. Here he is for the final time tonight. One corner left. It's just a short little kink. Max Boost, upon his return to the NARL, is going to take Mid-Ohio. Big Jim comes home in second place.
What a race between those two guys. Ghost third.
Yeah, Ghost comes home in third place. Jagboy going to get fourth. Sharp right here, we're watching him. He's running in fifth place. And he's going to take fifth place. So Sharp rounds out your top five here tonight. Got a pretty big gap back to Captain Killam right here, who's running in sixth. Killam sixth, Allen seventh. Lieutenant Crunch right now running in eighth place. He'll be the next to cross the line. So here's Crunch here. Joe loses it with a couple of corners to go. Crunch gonna hold on for a top 8. You already heard here, gonna make it to 9th. N.R. Lewis, final driver on the lead lap, I believe, brings home P10. That's gonna round out your top 10. What a race, though.
Guess I shall invite our race winner.
Go ahead and invite Jim too if you want. Save yourself some time. Man, what a race.
That was a great race between them two guys.
What a race. Good job by the Ghost, though, coming home third.
Great run for the Ghost. Way to turn around his early season misfortune, I guess you can put it. As our race winner and second place guys are invited.
Yep, Jagboy going to come home fourth. That's the run that he needed tonight to get back on track.
Back-to-back fourth place finishes for Jagboy.
Yep, looking pretty good. As we are now joined by our race winner here tonight, Max Boost, upon return to your NARL defense of the Cup Series Championship. You have returned here tonight at Mid-Ohio, and in an epic heavyweight duel with Big Jim, you managed to come out on top. How you feeling after that?
Oh, man, I'm feeling good. It's great to be back with you guys. I missed racing with y'all.
It didn't come without some troubles, though, as you had some issues there on the first lap of that final stage restart and had to make your way back up through the field. Tell us a little bit about that in your hunt to catch Big Jim back down.
Yeah, I missed, I took it too conservative in the first turn, so he got by me. And I was so focused on not running over him and not getting run over that I just totally blew the turn and got in the grass and fell back to 7th. And I hope I didn't get into anybody getting through the field. I know Sharp and I'm like door banged, but I think he got loose in the grass. But if I got into anybody, sorry guys, it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact on the track tonight, not just from you, but from others. It was quite entertaining there, that final stage restart. But impressive run back through the field there. I know you've been gone from the NARL this season, focusing on some other things. So I want to know, how does it feel to be back in the winner's circle, and you going to be back for good now to defend that championship?
We'll see. I'm not sure, man. I want to kind of watch, this season and see. It was so fun racing last season, and I love everybody who races. So it's kind of fun to sit back and watch and see who's doing well and winning races and stuff. So I might come back. I might not. I'm on the fence about it. But I had a lot of fun tonight. So
absolutely.
That will bode well.
All right. Well, congratulations. I'm going to pass it over to your team owner, who I'm sure is ecstatic right here. Mr. Williams, what you got for old Max tonight?
First off, man, proud of you, brother. Good job. Good win. My question to you is, it looked like Jimmy there, I think it was on 2 to go. Y'all went through turn 1. It looks like he got a little loose off. Did you get out of the gas to kind of like settle it, man to man as fair as you could, or what happened there?
Yeah, that's actually what happened. I think I hit him in the turn. I just locked up, and I barely touched him in the turn, and then it threw him out of his line, and then he got loose, and I was like, that's not how this should go. So I breathed it, and he got going again, and we kind of reset where we were, and then we were able to settle it fair and square after that.
All right, man. Well, I'm proud of you, brother. Thanks for bringing home a win at TJR, and good job tonight.
Hell yeah, man! Thank you.
All right, Max, you've been here more than anybody in the NARL Xfinity Series, Cup Series, so you know the deal. Got some time to shout out whoever you want to shout out, so go for it, my man.
Of course, I'm going to shout you guys out for putting together this awesome league, the best preset league on PlayStation 4. So shout out to y'all for that, for coverage and everything you do to make this league the best. And going to shout out Big Jim, man. I swear, dude, like there's nothing better than him and I on a road course. It's the most fun, dude. I know he's on a wheel and shifter, so I know I'm on a wheel and shifter, man. So we were just banging through gears, just racing each other, dude. It was, I mean, just shout out to him, man. It's the most fun. He's one of my favorite competitors. So just shout out to all y'all and Big Jim, man. Thank you guys for letting me race with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. You guys back and forth on a road course is almost a guarantee. So Max Boost came out on top yet again tonight at Mid-Ohio. Your first win in Season 4. Congratulations, my dude, and we will catch you next time.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
You
All right,
too.
Max.
We were also joined by our runner-up here tonight, Big Jim. Man, so close. You put on a heck of a show tonight. I know this one's got to sting a little bit, though. How you feeling after coming home? So close, but still a good run in P2.
I felt pretty good. I just I think the last lap, I gave up it was the outside of turn 1, but the inside of turn 2, and I was determined to keep that outside no matter what, even if it took me to the sand trap. So overall, I felt pretty good about it. Had really a lot of fun racing Max. That was a ton of fun.
Yeah, like I mentioned, you and Max just you're the class of the field on these road courses, always back and forth with each other. Goes all the way back to Season 1 Xfinity Series, the Roval and places like that. What tell me what it's like, racing a driver of his caliber around these tracks, and just anything you learned from it and can move forward moving on.
It's top echelon of this game. I mean, it's a very good feeling when you're leading the fastest guy on the preset side at a road course. The only thing is it puts a lot of pressure on you as you're in front of him, especially when he's turning 119.1s. I'm turning 119. Well, actually, he turned a 118.8 that race. I turned a 119.5. That was the best I had. So yeah, I was definitely not the fastest by any means, but I was gonna hold him off for as long as I could.
Yeah, was that constant pressure there what played a factor in missing that hairpin on the final lap and going off in the grass?
Absolutely. There was no contact there whatsoever, and I just completely overdrove. Like I said, I was going to keep that outside no matter what, and the brakes decided to fade on me.
Well, nonetheless, man, congratulations, P2 finish. I'll toss it over to Williams now. Williams, what you got for old Jimmy?
It looked like to me and Gander were, you'll watch back the broadcast, but it looked like if you were able to survive turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, it looked like through the technical part you were able to hold them off. Is that kind of what was going through your mind? Just be your best that you could, coming to the start finish, hitting turn 1 good, hitting turn 2 good, hitting turn 3 good, and then kind of just playing defense through the technical part.
And that's exactly what it is, Williams. Like I said, I'm not the fastest. I was not the fastest by any means. But if I could just take the preferred line and just kind of slide up on exit and block it off, keep the inside, play a little defensive, learn that from PC2, it can get you a long ways of just keeping the guy behind you. But if Max got around me, I knew that he was going to just go off to the sunset.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hell of a run tonight, man. I picked you to be the upset pick, so you made me look good by finishing second and almost upset Max. So good job tonight, brother, and way to bring it home, P2.
I appreciate it.
Well, Jim, like Max, you're up here quite frequently. You've led some of these broadcasts, so you know the drill. Go ahead, time's yours.
Yeah, man. Shout out F76M. Of course, we had our setbacks, but we're going to come back strong. There's no doubt about it. Too much talent on all those series that we'll be back up there in team points. And especially shout out Cyogenic. He taught me some things about this racetrack that I really wouldn't have known without him. He joined the party late and was trying to kind of help coach me around the place, but at the end of the day, I wasn't able to pull it off. But hopefully in the future, it will pull one off.
All right, Jimmy. Well, once again, congratulations, runner-up finish tonight, and we will see you next time out at Auto Club.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yep. Well, Mr. Williams, we saw a heck of a race here tonight and capped it off with two of the best there duking it out for the win. Any final takeaways from Mid-Ohio?
Just Max is, I wouldn't say Max is back because he doesn't know his schedule yet, but, just goes to show, why he's a pro leaguer. The man dominates. And, hell of a job by Jim. I think Jim did a great job tonight, really. Jim, I said earlier in the week that Jim spends way too much time on this game as a college kid, and I'm proud of Jimmy. He's really coming from the Xfinity series and NARL to where he looked kind of raw to, where he's now. Probably one of the best preset racers, I think, on the NASCAR Heat platform. So shout out to Jimmy for running P2. And I'm looking forward to the doubleheader at Auto Club. I might have to hop in the booth for that one because I tell you what, man, I love me some Auto Club, and I love blocks thrown at Auto Club. You never know what we're going to see.
Yeah, we're both former winners there, so we know how to get around it. But, man, the brilliance was shown tonight by two of the class drivers of the NARL Cup Series in a heavyweight battle. Max Boost coming out on top. But next time you see these Cup guys in action will be 1 week from tonight, March 1st, I believe is what it says on the schedule. And they will be doing a doubleheader at Auto Club Speedway. Pretty reminiscent of what we saw last season. So another doubleheader here in the NRL Auto Club Cup Series. But before then, we're going to have the trucks at Iowa on Tuesday. Xfinity is also going to be in action. They are going to be at Auto Club as well. So I got some Auto Club races, an Iowa race, and some pretty packed action.
PC2 Saturday.
Yep, PC2 Saturday. They're going to the Nürburgring, as what I like to call Nürburger King. So, yep, pretty packed, some packed action here in the NRL in the coming week. So make sure you guys stay tuned and check back in with us. Keep supporting us. We appreciate it for all the action upcoming. So for Mr. Williams here for tonight, my name's Gator Mike. We're glad you joined us. Hope you enjoyed it. To all my gnarly ones out there, y'all stay safe, and we will catch you next time.
Wash your hands.